am I the asshole for not giving my girlfriend my SIN number so she can run a background check on me?
Oh, what number?
Like social security number?
Sorry. Yes. I forgot that's what social security number.
And sorry, you said that was his girlfriend?
Yes. Am I the asshole for not giving my girlfriend my social security number so she can run a background check on me?
No, hell, I ain't giving no one my social security number. Are you kidding me?
I don't.
Unless we're married and business partners, because I gave y'all my social security number.
Did you?
I mean,
we all have each other's security number.
Yeah.
True.
I understand. Yeah.
We all parts of owning a business together, I guess.
At least we're married through business.
We're married through business.
All right. So I, 27 male, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend, 31 female, for almost a year now.
Almost a year? You're asking for a social security number? You've only been dating for almost a year? That's crazy.
That's when we buy the house together. That's when you get it.
That's so funny.
This evening, she sat me down and said she needed to have a serious conversation with me and asked me for my social security number. I said, absolutely not. Why would you need that? And she told me about her ex-boyfriend who basically was living a double life. He had a bunch of criminal charges in his past that he never told her about and eventually exposed her to some sketchy and dangerous behavior before she broke things off after he cheated. I said, okay, thank you for telling me that, but what does that have to do with my social security number? She said ever since she's had her friend that works for the federal government run background checks on people to make sure they're safe, and because our relationship is progressing, she needs to know if I'm a safe partner for her.
It seems illegal.
So she wants my social security number to check my criminal history. And yes, I believe it is illegal to do personal checkups on the federal government.
You got to sign a form like an SF-84 and 86 form to even get those authorizations to run them.
Yeah.
Unless if it's for a federal job.
Now, for the record, I don't even have a parking ticket. I'm a nerd and a gym rat. All I do is work, go to school, play Dungeons and Dragons, come home, watch anime, rinse and repeat.
Guy sounds like all three of us combined.
Throw some wrestling in there and hockey, and you got us.
Replace anime with wrestling. That's the three of us combined. That's crazy.
So I don't care about a background check. She won't find anything. But I'm not giving out my social security number.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable enough providing that to her friend. When I said that, she got upset and said, I don't understand what women go through, and it's about safety. And I admit she's right. I have no idea what women go through. But that doesn't mean I'm giving my social security number out to a complete stranger. She says he isn't a complete stranger. He's one of her best friends and married to a close friend of hers. And I said, honey, that's great, but I don't know him.
I don't know him. Yeah.
I don't trust him because I don't know him. That's my information you're asking for. You can trust him with your personal information if you want, but no one I don't know is getting my social security number or critical details. It's just not happening.
I mean, really, nobody I know is getting my social security. I'm not handing that out. That's
apart
weird.
from my wife and my parents, if they, my mom does my taxes. So
yeah. Accountants, business partners, spouse.
That's it.
That's it.
And she said that our relationship isn't going to be able to progress unless I give him my social security number because she needs to know that she's safe and she's offended that I don't trust her taste in friends. I got up and left at that point and told her I respect her concerns, but her past trauma doesn't give her the right to try and strong arm me into giving out sensitive information to someone I don't know just because he works for the federal government and has access to a database. I used to work for the federal government, so I can say from experience, everyone working there isn't some wonderful person. I'm not assuming he's a monster or anything, but just working for the feds doesn't prove anything to me. She called me insensitive and hasn't spoken to me since. Personally, I feel like she was gaslighting me into giving her what she wants, but I'm not sure. So am I the asshole?
No. And I think OP already said it in his story. Yes, he understands that he may never know what, she went through and he may never understand it, but her trauma is her own responsibility. If she's that insecure about this relationship moving forward, I gotta say, baby girl, if you don't trust him, you just got to leave and you just got to work on yourself to have a partner that you trust. And it's unfortunate that you went through what you went through, but I'm sorry, but that is sensitive information. I would not just trust that with anybody.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we said during the call, it's just like, that's not something you give out. Also, there has to be other ways to get like criminal background checks.
Yes.
Or if I would just be like, honestly, I'll give you the money to hire a PI on me. I won't schedule it myself. That way I won't even know it's happening if you're so worried about it. But I'm like, also, I mean, I feel like trust is a part of any kind of relationship. Not everyone is going to be a criminal. I mean, there are unfortunately a lot of cheating dickheads out there.
For sure.
But I don't know if a background check is going to catch that.
Nope.
That seems like that was the main reason for the breaking up, not so much the secret criminal activities. So
you can do kind of like a free version of it without having to divulge every single thing. Just say, hey, these are every single counties that I've ever lived in. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and run my name in those county like database
police database,
police reports, or like anything. If I've ever been like arrest records, those are public record.
Yep.
Go ahead, run my name. And if it doesn't pop up, then shit ain't gonna happen. Like there's nothing there.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, that's 100%. Yeah.
Social Security is a lot. I mean, that's like the rule number one is like never share the Social Security number with anyone.
Yeah.
Like that's the first thing whenever you like are a teenager and you're like, all right, I guess I should start memorizing this number. Thing everyone tells you is like, don't give this out. So I think it's crazy. It's a weird ask.
Yeah. So not only that, like Social Security, like that number is not just like, hey, I can find information about you. That can also open up so much potential things. You can
Credit
open up a
cards.
loan with those
Yeah.
numbers,
Mhm.
credit cards, all those information, or like, you can fuck up someone's life by having that, that piece of information. So
Yeah.
I would not trust that unless it's my partner, it's my wife, or, I'm doing business with essentially.
Yeah. So OP was voted overwhelmingly not the asshole. There was a commenter who said, not the asshole. This is sketchy as fuck. Is this relationship progress about moving in together or intimacy? It's kind of giving me long distance vibes along with scam. Trust your gut. To which OP said, yeah, it's about moving in together. She's talking about wanting to take the next step in our relationship, which was cool with me until this. And then another commenter said, not the asshole. I just had a background check completed. I've had to give them 5 years of my background because I volunteer with children. Some in state, some federal. I've also been screened by the government for permanent several times. I have never had to provide a social security number. Sadly, I think your girlfriend may be the criminal and you are maybe her long con mark. So a lot of
That's
people
possible.
a lot of people are saying it might be a scam.
It does seem like if someone's desperate for your social.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, you would imagine her friend in the federal government could just look his name up and find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Not really. You can't really. Yeah, you need an identifier to be able to like know all these other information.
Right. Or he could give you he could be like, oh, but you can just look up police databases. Like,
Yeah.
I feel if it was a good friend, they would just tell you that.
Yeah. There's some. Yeah. I don't think you'd be able to access it because
Also-
you need a bunch of shit.
Also, it's illegal to do for your personal use for a federal agent.
You need that authorization first.
Yeah. There's got to be forms for sure.
Definitely. And they're annoying to fill. They're like 45 pages long.
I bet.
Mm.
All right. So on to the update. After reading the comments I've been getting over the last few days, I decided to call her on New Year's Eve and give things one last chance because I'm the type of person that needs to know I did everything I could before I walk away from a relationship. And some people said she has valid concerns. She just went the wrong way about them, which makes sense. I told her I understand and respect your need to ensure your safety, but I'm not willing to potentially compromise my safety to make you feel safe by handing over my social security number to someone I don't know and don't trust. And it's illegal for him to even use federal database for personal reasons. So that's out, but what I will do is pay for a background check of your choosing so long as it's legitimate service and gives you the results. I will not be providing my social security number to anyone, but my address, date of birth, etc. are all fair game. So just like you said, Sean. She refused and said that she has chosen a background check and that's having her friend do it because she knows she can trust him.
Nah, that's a scam, bro. She's scamming.
Scam
She's
likely.
a scammer.
Yeah,
Run.
feels like it. So I said, if that's how you feel and you won't budge, then the issue here is trust. And I'm not willing to stay in a relationship with a woman that doesn't trust me because of some shit that doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm not paying for another man's sins, and I'm not giving you my social security number because your ex was a criminal. She started crying and asking why I can't understand that it's not about me. It's about her. And I said, you made it about me when you asked about my SIN number. Social Security, sorry. We call it
you
SIN
good, brother.
number here.
SIM?
SIN.
SIM?
SIN, but
what does that stand for?
social insurance number? No.
Social insurance number.
Yeah, social insurance number. Okay. But it's the same idea. It's basically.
Yeah.
She got pissed at me and started accusing me of lying and not caring about her safety and saying if I really cared about them, then I have no problem doing this because I don't understand how vulnerable women are in society. So I said I was willing to work with you up to a reasonable point, but now you're just trying to manipulate me and I don't feel safe being with you anymore. Because if this is how you react when you don't get your way about my SIN number, a social security number.
You good, brother. You don't need to correct yourself. We understand.
At this point, we're at
I'm correcting it for the TikTok, okay? What happens next time we are having a major disagreement or a serious situation comes up? Are you going to keep crying to try and get your way or throw out another ultimatum to try and force me into doing what you want? She started saying that as a man, I can't understand what it's like to go through life as a woman and have to be afraid, and that this is what she has to do for her safety and security, and I just need to respect that and give her what she needs for her comfort.
I mean, at that point, you got to find a partner that's willing to do that for you. If that's such a big concern for you. And yes, I completely agree. We will never know what it feels like, but not at the cost of someone's comfortable level to be doing something as well.
And I will say that like it is smart to be cautious as a woman.
Oh, yes.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Run background checks if you feel like you need to on a guy you're going out on dates with. But like this is going beyond that. This is now you're asking him to compromise his safety, his life, so that you can feel safe, even though you don't really need this from him. So,
and rejecting his compromise. He's just like, hey, I'm already willing to meet you halfway.
Yeah. Oh, he's willing to do a background check, just not the one she is demanding.
Yeah, the one he's comfortable with.
Yes.
And it's crazy because the one she's demanding is not even like
legal.
There's no way to
it's
credit it. It's not accredited. It's it's her friend doing illegal shit at his job.
Some
you know
guy. What I mean? I feel this is now gone into the realm where it's like, okay, you either are trying to scam this person or you need a lot of therapy and need to be out of a relationship for a while and work on yourself. It's one of those two things. It feels like.
Yeah. And it's one of those things too. It's like, yes, what she's saying is valid, but now I feel she's weaponizing it.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a good, because she's not telling lies in the fact that, you know, a man will never understand what it's like. We won't.
No.
That's for sure. But also, that's not the, like, when
that's not the issue here.
Yeah, that's not the, I mean, that's not the reasoning. He met you halfway. He found like, all right, your friend is, I don't know him, but we can find a credited, reasonable way to do this. You will get a background check. And then you were still like, nah. So it's not even like, it's not the not understanding thing. I think he's trying to understand.
For sure.
He wants to do a background check. So it's like, you know, it just seems fishy.
So I was like, I tried to compromise. You wouldn't accept it. There's nothing more to say here. And to be clear, I wasn't exactly calm. I have severe anxiety. So this was really, really hard conversation for me to have. I was actively pacing around my house and sweating and forcing words out the entire time. Then she started crying and asking about New Year's because we were supposed to spend it with her parents. I said, you should have thought of that before you tried to strong arm me into getting your way. This isn't and everyone stood up and applauded moment. That's just how things went. I hung up and now we're over. Obviously I'm hurt, but I'm realizing I dodged a bullet because there's no reason shit should have got this fucking messy. And before anyone tries to jump me in the comments again, I offered to pay for the background check, but she refused because it wasn't the test she wanted. I feel like I made a good faith effort to resolve things. I hate to ring in the new year without a kiss under the mistletoe, but it is what it is. I don't know if she really is that concerned I'm some lunatic criminal or if she's trying to scam me like a lot of you said. Either way, it's over now. And that is the update.
I mean, dude trusted his gut, and I felt like he made the right call.
Yeah, I think so too. I think for all the reasons we've listed out, and the comments, there were some comments that were like, not really getting the point and just being like, well, you don't understand what's like being a woman. Like, and it's like, yes.
And he acknowledged that a bunch of times.
He has acknowledged that. And they're just like, you should just let her do the check. And it's like, no,
Fuck
he's compromised and said, I will do a check. She's pushing it to some place where he doesn't feel comfortable. And I don't think you should compromise your comfortability to make her feel comfortable.
Yeah. And it wasn't just like one check. He said, take any of these checks you want. I'll pay for it too.
Yeah, pick one.
And she was like, no, it has to be my friend doing illegal shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That friend needs to be reported.
I would report them if I was this guy.
That is what one of the comments said at the very end. They were like, yeah, you should report the friend.
Yeah, there's a lot of unethical shit involved in that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't. I wonder if there is actually a friend. Who knows? Because
if it's a scam, probably no friend.
Yeah.
Did they mention that it was like a long term or like a long distance? I don't know if I missed that.
They weren't living together.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
but they're like kind of the same vicinity.
Yeah, well, they said they were going to hang out on New Year's.
Okay,
so
okay.
I imagine they're in the same vicinity.
I've seen your shit in 90 Day Fiancé.
Get therapy.